everyone, today we are going to share the story of the Bajau people, often called the sea nomads of Southeast Asia. The Bajau are not just found in one country, they live across Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines, united by their language and their deep connection to the sea.
We're so close. If you don't know where to start, just hold on and don't run. No, we're looking back. We messed around, but that was then, and this is now. All we need enough love to hold us where we are. Summer days rushing by you and me.
Our group will present 12 points of view about the Bajau tribe. Each member will explain one point starting from diversity, identity, local language, traditions, and continuing to topics such as modernization, tolerance, and national unity. Through these points, we hope to give a better understanding of the Bajau tribe and its important role in culture and society.
The Bajau people are one of Indonesia's most unique ethnic group. While most communities live online, the Bajau often called orang laut or sea nomads because they traditionally live on boats or still houses above the water.
The Bajau are also skill-free divers, able to hold their breath for a long time while diving deep into the ocean to hunt for fish or find pearls. This unique ability is a result of generations of adaptation, which has led to physical change like larger plants that store more oxygen. This shows a remarkable example of human evolution and how a group can become perfectly suited to their environment.
Their home formed floating villages, especially in villages like Wakatobi, Sores, Sulawesi, Torasiaje, Gorontalo. The lifestyle is not only different but also had to incredible cultural diversity of Indonesia. By preserving their way of life, the Bajau contribute to the richness of Indonesia's cultural identity, showing us how humans can adapt and thrive in very different environments.
For the Bajau, the ocean not only a place to find food, it is their identity. Their daily lives are connected to fishing, diving, and traveling on the sea. They are often called the sea gypsies because of their nomadic way of life.
The identity of the Bajau is not only defined by their physical connection to the ocean, but also by their tradition, language, and values. They have their own dialects and ways of speaking that strengthen their sense of belonging as a distinct community. Their ceremonies often involve the sea, such as rituals to ask for safe journeys or abandoned cages, which reinforce the idea that their lives cannot be separated from the water.
In places like Buton Island, Southeast Sulawesi, Bajau children usually learn to swim before they can even walk. Some Bajau can dive very deep, sometimes more than 60 meters. without oxygen tanks.
Family and kinship ties are also central to their identity, with extended families often traveling and living together in tight-knit groups on boats or coastal villages.
These remarkable skills are part of who they are. To be Bajau means to understand the sea, to respect its power, and depend on it for survival. Their identity is deeply tied to the rhythm of the tides, the waves, and the vast blue horizon.
Although the Bajau often lives far away from the cities, but they are still a proud Indonesians. During Independence Day, the Bajau communities in Southeast Sulawesi hold special celebrations on the sea, including the boat parades decorated with a red and white flag. Their participation shows that uniting Indonesia does not come from being the same, but from embracing the differences.
On the waters between Indonesia and Malaysia live the Bajau people, often called the sea nomads. For generations, they have built their homes on boats, diving deep and living in harmony with the ocean. The Bajau reminds us that Indonesia is not only land, but also the sea that unites all many islands. They are one of the many colors in our nation's rich tapestry. From the mountains to the coasts, from farmers of the soil to guardians of the sea, every community strengthens the spirit of all unity. This is the meaning of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, unity in diversity.
Together with the hundreds of other ethnic groups, the Bajau strengthen the meaning of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, unity in diversity.
I'd like to share a short explanation about rich culture and one special tradition, the Bajau people, also known as the Sea people of Indonesia. Although most of them are Muslim, the Bajau people still follow spirits, still spiritual chants, offering, and the prison of spirits. There are also taboos. For example, it's forbidden us to make neighborhood for salt and water after Maghrib prayers because it's believed it's misfortune. They live palemana or houses will on the boats and they rely on waves, wind, and stars called mamau or karangkita for navigation. Their life philosophy is God is given the earth and everything in it. It's up to us to think how to use and manage it. Now, one unique tradition is called tamuni, a ritual where a newborn baby dip into the sea. It's done to help the baby grow strong, healthy, and connected to the ocean. If the baby is born on the boat, it's done immediately, and if born on land, it's usually done is third day, followed by a sea on the 40th day. The family also releases the baby's placenta into the sea as a form of spiritual protection. This ritual is more than just a ceremony. It's a way for the Bajau to preserve their maritime identity and show their respect for the sea, which they consider their host, teacher, and source of life.
The Bajau are known their ability to adapt and live peacefully with other ethnic groups. In Sulawesi, they live alongside Bugis and Butonese communities, share schools, markets, and religious practices. While they keep their traditions, they are also open to learning from others. This spirit of tolerance allows them move from one place to another, creating community.
Hello everyone, today I would like to introduce you to the Bajau people, often called the Nomads of Southeast Asia. They are known for their unique lifestyle on the water, living in stilt houses and sailing across the seas of Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. What makes the Bajau special is not only their communication to the ocean, but also the way they practice harmony and cooperation in daily life. Their community teaches us about tolerance, respecting different traditions, living side by side with others, and maintaining balance with nature. In fact, many videos and documentaries show how the Bajau share resources, protect sea, and preserve their culture while adapting to the modern world. This is why the Bajau are more than just a maritime community. They are a living example of tolerance, reminding us that true respect means honoring both people and the environment.
Their example teaches us that respecting differences and building harmony is the key to peaceful living in a multicultural nation like Indonesia.
The Bajau lifestyle has become a great potential for tourism. The village like Torosiaje in Gorontalo has become popular for tourism because the visitor has vaccinated by the sea, the building, and the fresh seafood, and also the Bajau traditional dances.
Especially in Indonesia, where marine culture is highly valued. Villages like Torosiaje in Gorontalo or Sama Bajau settlements in Wakatobi, Southeast Sulawesi have become unique attraction because they are literally built on top of the sea. Bajau women often contribute to the economy by producing handicrafts such as woven mats, ornaments, and items made from shells. These products are sold to tourists and help support family income. In short, the tourist and economy aspect shows how tradition and modern opportunities can work hand in hand. By opening their culture to visitors, the Bajau do not lose their identity, instead they share it proudly with the world while building a stronger future for the next generation.
Tourism not only can help them economically, but also creates bridge in their culture. By showing their tradition to the world, and the Bajau preserve the heritage while improving the standard of living. For tourists, the Bajau culture is offering something special because they can try the fish grill. They also can watch the Bajau performance by including the Bajau dance and also the movement of waves and boat. The visitor described the experience of walking through the house wooden in the middle of the sea.
The Bajau way of life sometimes conflict with modern rules and laws. For example, modern fishing techniques that once worked well can be seen as harmful if they affect coral reefs or protected species. In places like Wakatobi, this has created tension between Bajau fishermen and conservation programs. Another potential conflicts came from social and economic challenges. Many Bajau people do not have formal education or official citizenship documents, and this limits their access to jobs, healthcare, and political rights. Such conditions often create misunderstanding and sometimes tension with neighboring communities who may see them as outsiders. In addition, the impact of climate change and declining fish stocks has made the struggle for marine resources even harder. Competition with other fishing groups can easily turn into disputes, especially when resources are scarce. At the same time, government regulation on fishing areas in conservation zones can add pressure to their traditional lifestyle. These overlapping issues show how the Bajau way of life can come into conflict with modern society, unless cooperation and dialogue are encouraged. There are also issues of marine borders, as Bajau often move between Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. There are also issues of marine borders, as Bajau often move between Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. However, this conflict can be resolved with cooperation. In some areas, Bajau knowledge of the sea is now being used in conservation efforts, turning conflicts into partnership.
Okay guys, so now I will explain about the local wisdom of the Bajau. The Bajau are true experts in the sea, with knowledge passed down for the generation. For example, Bajau visited in Wakatobi National Park to read the sign of tides and winds, allowing them to know the right time to fish, understand how coral reefs grow, and how to fish without destroying them. The Bajau also built their house on stilts above the water, showing their close bond with the sea. They teach their children from a young age how to swim, dive, and respect marine life. Many Bajau can dive deep without modern equipment, depending only on their natural skills. Their traditions remind us that human and nature can live together in balance. In the past, they used spears and nets instead of large-scale destructive methods. This wisdom shows us that traditional knowledge can work hand in hand with modern conservation. If their wisdom is respected and preserved, the Bajau could help protect Indonesian marine biodiversity while continuing their traditional way of life. Their sustainable practices are not only valuable for their own community, but also serve as lesson for the world. By learning from the Bajau, we can find more harmony between human needs and the health of our ocean. Their deep connection with the sea reflects a unique culture identity that balances survival with respect for nature. Thank you.
Bajau their language is the key a symbol of maritime culture and identity.
Bajau speak the same Bajau language, teach and include the term about the sea, winds, and tides. In Sulawesi, it is still used at home, while Bahasa Indonesia is spoken in public. Modern communication, the language preserves stories, sea knowledge, and belief, making it a vital part of Indonesian cultural history. For example, in Nomdring, Balai House, Tau Persen, and Levabut. For the Bajau, their language is a key symbol of maritime culture and identity. The same Bajau language also strengthens social bond.
Bajau language strikes social sound and process down traditional by teaching it a person conversational is it the sea will connect to life on.
The future of the Bajau culture depends on the younger generation. In some areas of Wakatobi, NGOs and school help Bajau children learn both modern education and traditional sea skills such as boat building and diving.
This video showcased the life of Bajau children, a maritime community known as the Sea Nomads. Scans highlight how, from an early age, children are closely connected to the sea. whether through play, daily activities, or traditional skill passed down through generation. For the Bajau, generational heritage is not only preserved in stories or customs, but also in essential life skills displayed in terrain with the oceans. Abilities such as swimming, diving, boat building, and understanding the direction of winds and sea sirens are cultural legacies transmitted from parents to their children. The video illustrates that the sea is not merely a playground for the Bajau children, but also a school of life. It is within this environment that values of togetherness, resilience, and respect for nature are inherited, enabling the younger generation to grow with a strong identity while safeguarding the traditions of their ancestors amid the challenges of modern times.
This balance ensures that their traditions are not lost. So, preserving their language, ritual, and ecological knowledge is vital, so that their identity continues for centuries to come. So, the Bajau heritage is not only valuable for them, but also for Indonesian and world. As a reminder of humanity's connection of the ASEAN.
Like many indigenous communities, the Bajau have also experienced modernization in various aspects of their life. One important change is seen in education. In the past, it was very difficult for Bajau children to attend school because the children was constantly moving on the ocean. But today, more Bajau families live in coastal settlements, and many young people can pursue formal education even up to university. Another change is in houses and lifestyle. The Bajau has no longer lived entirely on boats. Now many of them settle permanent houses with access to electricity, clean water, and technology. And because of this makes their life more settled compared to the past. In terms of livelihood, the Bajau still depends on the seabed and methods have modernized, and now they use motorized boat, fishing, and sometimes they even work in tourism and trade. And of course, this modernization have positive and negative effects. In positive side, we have that they can improve their education, health, and economic opportunities. And for negative side, of course, their legendary skills like deep diving can be disappeared by the
Hello guys, so I want to share about the Bajau solidarity. First of all, we need to know what is solidarity. Solidarity means the spirit of unity, mutual help, and caring for one another. It is more than just sympathy. It's action that keep everyone safe and connected. For the Bajau, solidarity is not an option. It is survival. Living on the sea is full of challenges. Storm can destroy house, boats can break down, and food is sometimes limited. In such conditions, no one can live alone. That's why Bajau tribe is always help each other.
What we can learn about Bajau solidarity is when a fisherman comes home with no catch, the neighbor share their fish so no one goes hungry. And if a boat is damaged, the whole village works together to repair it. Even children help carry wood and ropes. For the Bajau, helping is not just kindness, it's survival. Their life reminds us that real strength is not standing alone, but standing together.
When I some damage is still house neighbor come together and to rebuild it. When the fisherman bring home a big catch, the food is shared, so no one family is left hungry. When boats break down, the community repairs them together. Even in their ritual, like Bodo Dole, everyone join in decorating boats and offering food in the sea. No one is left behind. So from them we can learn helping each other. It's not just about oneself. It's about we are. That's all for me. Thank you.
Sumpah ini kayak apa sih film dokumenter gitu, Cok.
Welcome back to my channel. Hello guys, welcome to Kamboja.
Hai guys.
Mana jalannya ini?